Welcome to the Den of Tools.
Howdy ho, guys and gals, it's Red, your friendly neighborhood tool bear, back again here in the Den of Tools. And today we got some exciting news for you. We got the official release of the new Hercules table saw. Now, this is the updated, redesigned version. Now, the reason for the update was actually industry-wide. There was some new OSHA regulations that are either they are out or they're coming out that they had to meet, and everyone else had to meet them as well. And they took this opportunity. They're like, hey, we're redoing the saw anyway. Why don't we add in a feature that a lot of you asked for? Now, yeah, it's the rack and pinion fence. I'm not a huge fan of them. I've said it time and time again, but I can see it for a compact job site saw when you're on the job and all you're doing is ripping the same stuff over and over and over again. I get it. I get why some people might like it. There's nothing inherently wrong with it for the most part. Anyway, I know DeWalt's been doing it for years. Everyone's doing it. You got to jump into the industry trends. I got it. So what we got here is we got a wider base on the bottom. You can see the feet sticking out to either side, making it a more stable design. I really like that. And then also, it's harder to tell, but the surface of the saw itself is bigger, and that's part of the regulation coming out from OSHA. All right, now, in fact, here's the old saw here that we reviewed some time back. It was a perfectly capable saw. I liked the saw. I liked the fence design on it. Some people didn't. But anyway, not much has changed with the saw itself, the internals, if you will, of the saw. I got a comparison of the two here. You got the older saw in the upper left, the newer saw in the bottom right. Other than the feet and the table and the fence, the internals, the core box, if you will, that looks to be entirely the same controls, the same setup, all that kind of stuff. Now, also, I did a review of those two previously, the older one there with the DeWalt of the time there, and I just want to show you this picture so you can see the DeWalt as well and see how it's changed. It's gotten the more boxy format as well with the wider feet. They've got of course, they've had that fence on it for some time. But here we got the new Hercules, and the price hasn't changed. They haven't raised the price from the older box or anything in adding these new features, and that's really nice. As far as the specs, well, what we see here is, I think it's about the same. We got 10-inch saw, 15 amp, has a full rip capacity of 24.5 inches. Yes, that means that you can rip an entire sheet of plywood in half. Again, I say it's a two-person job. Trying to do that by yourself on one of these compact saws is not always the best choice to make. You got your dust port, you got your bevels, T-slots, all that kind of stuff. So as far as I can tell, it's essentially the same saw with just a slightly different form factor. And here you can take a closer look at it. You've got the same style releases that you've seen for moving the fence from its location, the rack and pinion there, the storage for the push R or push handle, push bar, whatever you want to call it over there. Here you can see with it extended. It's very, very DeWalt-ish in that setup there, but I guess all of these rack and pinion styles are essentially the same thing at this point. You got cord storage on the far left there. There's storage for the guard on the far right. One thing I still don't see storage for is the miter slot, the miter gauge. Where do you put that when traveling here? I think that's a huge oversight. At least it was on the last one. I don't think that DeWalt has it either, to be entirely fair. But still, I mean, that's kind of like, why? Why would you not have that? Anyway, here they show it set up here. They got a stand on a piece of wood here. Now, this is one of the biggest things I've had an issue with over at Harbor Freight is that they don't have a good table saw stand for these kind of portable job site saws. And that clearly needs to change. We got some more pictures from here. I'm fairly certain this is taken in the parking lot at their HQ down in SoCal. I would bet dollars to donuts on that one. And again, oh look, we got two people using doing the whole ripping the plywood. Thank goodness for that. But look at the stand here. We got to take a second to talk about the stand. I'm sure the Hercules guys will be ticked at me for taking us off topic here. But I looked at that stand and I'm like, that's, I mean, first of all, Harbor Freight doesn't sell a stand. So where'd they get the stand? It's not a DeWalt stand. It's not a rigid stand. It's not a Hitachi. It's not a Ryobi. I'm sitting there going, I'm just picking my brain for it. And it took me a little while to figure out It's the stand off the Metabo HPT, which, by the way, is a fantastic table saw. Although it's $500 some these days. Man, when it was hit like 290 at Black Friday. What a great deal that was. But you can't, as far as I understand, you can't buy this stand separately. Also, it comes with green wheels. It's light gray and it's silver anodized legs. So I'm not sure if they forced somebody to Photoshop the whole thing, or they sent somebody out there with a can of Krylon, or is this the new table saw stand coming from Harbor Freight? Oh, we can only hope. I mean, it's not a bad stand. It's not bad at all. I wouldn't mind it. So it'd be great to see that option. Let's only hope that they've gotten on the ball here and have figured out a table saw stand solution. That would be fun, fine, fantastic. And real quick, I want to talk about the old saw, the original Hercules 10-inch table saw. It's on clearance at Harbor Freight right now. It's in store only. If your store has it, they have it. They're clearing it out. Now, currently, the list price is $350. They'll probably have a clearance tag on it. Maybe, chat up the manager, be all nice and stuff. Tell them you're friends with the bear, because they probably have no idea who that is. Anyway, it can't hurt to as we say, more flies with honey, right? So, do the old sweet talk back, and maybe you can get a good deal on this saw. Anyway, there you go. That's just the quick news we have for you today about the new table saw and the new updates, and why you're seeing the changes in not just the Hercules, but in a lot of these table saws. OSHA, they're trying to keep you safer. Anyway, that's all the bear has for you today. You all take care. God bless. And as always, shine on.